Nissan Altima. Customer came to me for the last minutes of closing and pleasing to me to check his car. Suddenly a car's engine misfiring without his knowingly, followed by check engine light. I will do it in fast diagnosis without using a scan tool. If I will hook up the scan tool, I will consume more time to diagnose. Now the engine is running at engine idle. I will pull out the ignition coil one by one and monitor the RPM drops or stable. If the RPM drops and has a spark, cylinder is working fine. Do it at all cylinders to rectify the fault. If the RPM doesn't drop and doesn't have a spark, cylinder is failed. In fact, if doesn't have a spark, swap the ignition coil and observe the spark. If it is brownish spark, it has a faulty ignition coil. So I pull out the ignition coil and check out the spark physically. Unfortunately, it's a brownish spark, a weak spark, and doesn't produce more current to provide more power. As you can see, the inspection light has been switched off in order to see the spark clearly, but it's failed. So my final decision is a faulty ignition coil. I have a used ignition coil, and the result is I am correct. Look at the spark. It's a bluish spark. Once I fix the used ignition coil, you will see the differences of the faulty and a good known ignition coil. If I will remove the ignition coil to the failed cylinder, the RPM drops and the cylinder is working well. Unlike before, the RPM drop. The engine runs smoothly without engine misfiring nor engine juggle. This is my quick diagnosis of how to rectify engine misfiring in a matter of minutes only. This is the aftermath of replacing faulty ignition coil. As you can see at the IPC, check engine light is no longer seen. I did it in favor of the customer with the right justification of the fault and satisfactorily accepted my service without asking anything. The check engine light is no longer seen. In fact, other cars can be eliminated the check engine light automatically through ignition cycle for several ignition cycle without using a scan tool. This kind of quick diagnosis is essential to save time, accurate diagnosis, physically and unpredictable fault.